We are ranking 6 NATO countries by the one capability each brings to the alliance front lines. Front lines. From armoured juggernauts and mass citizen mobilisation to industrial might, rapid global strike, intelligence dominance and strategic linkages, every entry reveals a distinct edge shaping Europe's defence. Which nation sets the armoured standard for the rest? Let us begin with number 1. Poland stands at the front line of NATO's eastern defence, anchoring the alliance with the largest tank force in Europe. In July 2022, Polish officials signed contracts for 1,000 K2 Black Panther main battle tanks and 600 K9 Thunder howitzers from South Korea, launching the biggest armoured procurement in Europe since the Cold War. The urgency behind this move is clear. Poland borders both Belarus and the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad, placing it directly in the path of any potential aggression from the east. Poland is an armoured powerhouse on NATO's eastern flank. The first K2s and K9s arrived within months, with battalions already fielding these systems during multinational exercises by mid-2025. Yet rapid modernisation brings its own hurdles. Polish crews must master new technology, and integrating South Korean equipment into NATO's logistics has required creative workarounds for ammunition and spare parts. This transition tests training, supply chains, and interoperability. As domestic production ramps up, Poland's armoured punch continues to grow, solidifying its role as NATO's eastern shield. Finland's defence is built on the principle that every citizen plays a role. Nearly 900,000 trained reservists, 16% of the population, can be called up in a matter of days. Conscription remains the backbone. Every eligible male serves between 5 and 12 months, after which they enter the reserve until age 60. Mobilisation drills are routine. In major exercises, reservists leave civilian jobs and assemble at depots within 48 to 72 hours, ready to operate in harsh Arctic conditions. Helsinki's underground network tells another story of preparation. The city's shelters, carved deep beneath streets and metro stations, can house its entire population, with supplies and management systems tested in regular civil defence rehearsals. This total defence approach means Finland can transition from peace to full readiness almost overnight. The model excels in resilience, though it relies on rapid mobilisation and civil coordination more than heavy armour, making it best suited for northern and territorial defence within NATO. Germany, the industrial engine. Germany's defence industry supplies the backbone of NATO's armoured forces, with Leopard 2 tanks serving in more than a dozen Allied armies. In 2022, the Bundestag approved a special fund of 100 billion euros, the largest military investment in modern German history, aimed at overhauling the Bundeswehr after decades of underfunding. Production lines at Rheinmetall and Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann are expanding. But annual Leopard 2 output remains below 100 tanks, with plans to double capacity by 2026. New contracts for upgraded armoured vehicles, precision artillery and digital battlefield systems have begun to fill export orders and replenish national stocks. Yet the pace of reform is under scrutiny. Procurement bottlenecks, regulatory delays, and a shortage of skilled labour have slowed deliveries, leaving readiness gaps even as budgets rise. Germany now maintains a full brigade forward stationed in Lithuania, underscoring its commitment to NATO's eastern flank. The challenge remains, transforming financial resources into operational strength as quickly as the alliance demands. France stands alone in the European Union as a nuclear power, maintaining its own independent deterrent, the force de frappe, since the 1960s. This capability underpins a military built for rapid global deployment. When crisis strikes, French forces are often the first to arrive. The Foreign Legion, famous for its ability to operate in extreme environments, has led urgent interventions from the deserts of Mali to the forests of Central Africa. In 2013, Operation Serval saw Legionnaires and Rafale fighter jets airlifted to Mali within days, halting an armed advance and stabilising the region. French carrier aviation and expeditionary units routinely deploy to the Mediterranean, the Middle East and beyond, supporting NATO missions and European security. These rapid deployments are a hallmark of France's expeditionary doctrine. Yet, France's insistence on strategic autonomy sometimes complicates command arrangements within the alliance. Even so, its mix of nuclear deterrence and global reach remains a vital pillar in NATO's ability to respond swiftly to crises wherever they arise. British intelligence has shaped NATO's strategy since the earliest days of the alliance. The Five Eyes partnership, rooted in World War II, code-breaking, links the United Kingdom's GCHQ MY6 and military signals units with the United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. This network feeds real-time signals, cyber and human intelligence directly into NATO operations, giving the alliance a decisive edge in anticipating threats and tracking adversaries. Royal Navy presence is the alliance's blue water backbone on the seas. The Royal Navy's twin Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers, each displacing 65,000 tons, anchor NATO's blue water power. These ships can launch dozens of F-35B sorties per day, supporting air operations from the North Atlantic to the Indo-Pacific. Special Forces expertise extends British skills across the alliance. Special Forces units, including SAS and SBS, train Allied teams in counter-terror and hybrid warfare, reinforcing joint capabilities and tactics. Yet the United Kingdom's carrier presence is limited by fleet size and budget, making continuous deployment a challenge. Even so, Britain's intelligence reach and naval punch multiply the effectiveness of every NATO mission. Italy's southern coastline serves as NATO's main bridge to the Mediterranean, North Africa and the Middle East. Naval bases in Taranto, Naples and Sigonella support alliance operations from the Balkans to Libya, handling everything from maritime patrols to crisis response. During the 2011 Libya campaign, these ports enabled round-the-clock sorties and rapid logistics, proving their value in real-world missions. North of Milan, the Cameri plant stands out as Europe's only site assembling and maintaining F-35B fighters outside the United States, delivering over 100 jets by 2025. Italy's aerospace sector also co-produces Eurofighter Typhoons and advanced helicopters, making it a key supplier for Allied air forces. Yet the demands of search and rescue, routine maintenance and migration flows stretch budgets and personnel. Even so, Italy's geography and industrial output anchor NATO's southern logistics, completing the alliance's layered network of deterrence and rapid response. Across all 6 nations, one pattern emerges. NATO's strength is diversity. Each country's unique edge forms a defense mosaic. In today's world, unity through specialization is survival.